Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is a Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, October 25th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past 2 weeks. I was in Israel this past week, a little bit prepared for the upcoming XMX Israel conference, which we're having in 2014. Definitely, if you are looking for some type of vacation or you're in the area in Israel or the Middle East, definitely check it out. It's on January 26th on a Sunday. January 26th, 2014. It's a one-day event. It's only like $150 right now if you register. It's one of the cheapest search marketing conferences you can go to, and it's going to be jam-packed, great content, great food, and everything. So definitely try to take a look at that and register. Google's Matt Cutts spoke at Pubcon this past week. I actually missed it for the first Pubcon I missed in a long, long time. And at the speech, he talked about a lot of different things. Talking about a lot of things in terms of the future of SEO and Google and stuff like that. The things I wanted to point out were things that he talked about, specifically about new things coming up. One is they're going to be working on a lot of black hat hacking techniques that have been used by hackers, and they want to go ahead and target those types of things. They want to make sure that they internationalize their child pornography filters in a better way. He explained why the toolbar page rank update has not been fixed yet. And he explained that it was a pipeline export thing that was broken, and he just hasn't allocated anybody to fix it, and they're not sure if they will. He's saying mobile is going to be a key area in 2014, so definitely pay attention to it. Autocomplete is very important in terms of using the request autocomplete in your forms. He's not saying it's an SEO factor, but he's definitely recommending people use it. They're going to do a major update to the top ad-heavy algorithm, which we covered previously. I think they did a refresh once before, so definitely take a look at that. And authorship and reach snippets are going to be reduced in terms of the amount of authorship and reach snippets they show in the search results by about 15%. They want to show it only for more authoritative sites versus showing it to everybody. And finally, they're going to be even better at indexing and crawling and accessing JavaScript in the future. This morning, I actually updated the post and posted the whole video of Matt Cutts talking at Pubcon. I think it's about 25 to 30 minutes or so. Definitely take a look at that. It's definitely worth your attention over the weekend, at least. Google, I thought we saw some type of Google Penguin dance after the Penguin update. We reported about it on October 16th. I'm not sure if it was or not, but there was a lot of Me Too posts about something going on with the Penguin update, although we haven't seen any other confirmation about that going forward. Google says they announced a new, or I don't know, didn't really announce it, but basically there's a new algorithm that targets mugshot websites. Sites like MugShots.com, Busted MugShots, and JustMugShots.com all were affected by this type of algorithm, which actually went ahead and reduced or downgraded the rankings of those sites if you type in somebody's name. So if you type in somebody's name and they were arrested, either if they were convicted or they were convicted, those websites will no longer show up in the top of the search results. Obviously, MugShots.com is not happy about it, but Google did the algorithm change and they're not going to go back to that. Google is this is ridiculous, I think. Google is testing a huge image ad for certain types of branded navigational queries. So now if you search, well, not everybody sees this, but if you search for Southwest Airlines, you'll see a whole huge banner ad type of effect for that type of query. It also comes up for certain types of other branded airlines like Virgin America and stuff like that. I personally do not see it. But this goes back to saying, hey, Google has said they'll never ever do large banner ads in their search results. Obviously, now they are. This also came up back when they actually started doing image ads for product ads and shopping ads and stuff like that in the search results. But this is pretty large and pretty major. Google AdWords announced that they're incorporating a new factor into their ad rank. So it's not just quality score ads, click-through rate, or CPCs. It's actually, they're adding into that something called, they're calling it, basically they're adding into it ad extensions. Data, because ad extensions can actually impact, and the ad formats can actually impact your click-through rate and different visibility of those ads. So previously, Google calculated ad rank based off of your CPC, your maximum CPC bid, and your quality score. Now they're actually incorporating a third component, the expected impact from your ad extensions and formats. So take a look at that. It's very important for advertisers to know that's going on. Google says responsive design specifically has no ranking benefit in Google. Obviously, having a mobile-friendly site for Google smartphone searches does have a ranking benefit, but specifically responsive design does not have a direct ranking benefit. Google is showing the site name the search results as opposed to the URL. So you can actually see, it's a horrible looking screenshot. But you can actually see above the title tag over here, you'll see LinkedIn as opposed to the URL, www.linkedin.com/the guy's name, or Twitter/PRKGarage, etc. like that. It's something that I personally think is ugly. I don't think Google will stick with it, but they're definitely testing it right now. So Matt cut in a video the previous week, went ahead and discussed how he and the team finds guest blogging that appears to be paid for links. And you can always tell, he said bad guest blogs include writing off-topic articles on specific sites using keyword-rich anchor text excessively. Good guest blogging is when content is written by an expert, the content has a bio at the bottom of the story page, and there's typically very little keyword dropping in that article. So there's easy ways, there's some gray areas in terms of guest blogging, how they find paid guest blogging versus regular guest blogging. It's nice that he discussed that. Google says, and this is something not new, but basically Google said that using Google Translate for auto-translation is a form of auto-generated content spam, so don't do it. This is nothing new, but I like the way they put it this time. Google's Matt Cutts said it's getting harder and harder for spammers to spam Google. It's getting harder. He's made that announcement. He said in a video over here the other day that it's actually very much harder for spammers to actually spam Google. I believe that is true for the most part. John Mueller from Google said, this is pretty funny. This comes up now and then. Somebody goes into Webmaster Help forums and complains, hey, my site's not ranking very well. What's going on? Google, you stink. And then sometimes Google says, well, you're actually spamming us, and here's proof, yada yada. So John Mueller went ahead and responded to somebody who's complaining that his website wasn't ranking. He says, by the way, maybe you should stop creating fake Google Plus profiles to promote your website. We know about it, and it's not helping you. So it's pretty funny to see things like that, especially when people are complaining about their own rankings. Next up, Google shopping campaigns. Sorry about that. Google shopping campaigns. Sorry. Crashed out of me. Google shopping campaigns is a new feature. There's a new feature of shopping campaigns. It's basically Google's way of helping you create shopping campaigns on the fly with managing your bid and products and report on performance and other things to find opportunity for growth. Basically, it's a way for Google to make more money off your shopping ads. Google AdWords announced new video bulk features. So, for example, if you use Google AdWords for video, they now have a new My Client Center, which actually gives you reporting on those video ads, as well as a bulk way of uploading your videos to Google AdWords. Google says the Fave icon is going to return back to the AdSense ads. It dropped off when they launched their new AdSense format, and now it's going to hopefully come back in the near future. So expect that to happen soon. Yahoo, under Marissa Myers, is accused of slowing the partnership rollout of the Microsoft Search Alliance with Yahoo. I don't blame her, but a U.S. Judge, Robinson Patterson Jr., said that Yahoo was in breach of agreement to establish irreparable harm to Microsoft, specifically the rollout of Taiwan and Hong Kong. So I'm not surprised she's slowing that down because it's obviously not making much money for Yahoo. At the same time, they have a contract, they have to go through with it. Meanwhile, Google's stock is unbelievable. They're well above $1,000 now per share. They announced their third quarter earnings. That was just, again, unbelievable. They're making more money than anybody else. But advertisers and publishers are saying, hey, it's not showing, I'm not seeing the same results as you are, so why are you making so much more money than we are? In terms of, obviously, relative to what the people are making. Google has updated the terms of service, allowing them to use your data on Google Ads. So specifically, they announced it. And basically, what you'd see is these types of things. You'll be able to see your name with plus, stars and stuff like that, and shares and stuff like that. Specifically on ads, obviously Google wants that to increase your click-through rate, and you can actually opt out of that if you want to. But it's something that Google said they are enabling in terms of service to allow it to happen. Google Analytics is now going to force people to upgrade to Universal Analytics. It's not going to happen today, but it's going to happen over the course of the next few months. And I'm very proud to say that I'm part of the Search Internet team that won the Best Search Blog Award at the U.S. Search Awards. I think it was 2 nights ago, or maybe last night, at the U.S. Search Awards at Pubcon. Here's a picture of Elizabeth and Greg accepting the prize, and at the bottom here's a picture of Marty Weintraub from Aim Clear winning the best, I think, search personality. Definitely worth it. Definitely agree with that. It says search personality of 2013, and Dixon Jones from Majestic SEO giving him the award. Anyway, I believe that's it. Make sure to register for the Search Marketing Expo conference in Israel. And that was the past week of search news over at the Search Engine Roundtable, seroundtable.com. Again, today is October 25th. I apologize for my cold and congestion. I'm flying a lot, which actually doesn't benefit your body. Anyway, thanks again for listening to this, and I hope to be back next week to share more search news and upcoming search data for you in the upcoming weeks. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys. Bye.